We are the 6th annual Retail Conclave of FADA, India's premium dealership lobby. And standing with me today is Mr. C.S. Vigneshwar, who has recently taken over as the president for the next 2 years of FADA. Vignesh, first of all, welcome to NDTV Profit.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations are in order, but how difficult is your job now?
I guess the job gets so easy when we work with an industry which wants to work, collaborate, and then move on together. And is also that I have a great team at FADA.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be an opportunity.
No complaints?
None at all.
Not yet. Okay. So anyway, but you're taking over at a time when, if I may say so, things are a bit difficult given the year how it has panned out so far. According to FADA, the inventory levels are about 70 to 75 days, 70,000 crores of inventory that is unsold. A bad time to enter what is the most lucrative time for the industry?
It's a term which has been used very often, but we'd always say that in the last few months we are kind of cautiously optimistic about how the industry is going to work. We are cautious because of the fact of the inventory levels, but we are optimistic from the point of view that the GDP growth is great, you have great availability of finance in the market, new product introductions are certainly helping the positivity in the market. You also are coming from a phase where there were a prolonged, protracted election phase. We had a lot of heat, the summer was quite harsh, then you had unseasonal rains throughout India. So we believe there's pent-up demand which needs to be catered to from the customer's point of view. We're also coming towards the festive season, Diwali, Puja holidays, and these are going to give us, usually it's a great time for the automobile market because customers buy the cars, they are happy about it, dealers get to sell the cars, they are happy about it, and OEMs also can show the numbers. We are heading towards that phase. I think it's a great phase to be in the Indian automobile market. The small blip has been for various reasons which I actually mentioned in the last few months. I'm sure that the market would really respond during the Puja holidays, and for a customer it's a great time to go and buy a vehicle because there are great offers. The vehicle is readily available for you to go and pick up. It's a phenomenal time to be a customer in the Indian market right now.
But do you see the inventory easing now with the festive season coming in because you're expecting demand also to come in?
So the inventory has been building up for the last few months. We've also been engaging about this with manufacturers, with SIAM. And the message we've been getting about it is that in anticipation about the great demand which is going to come in the festive season, the inventory has been slightly built up. We've also voiced the concerns and they have actually settled our concerns saying that don't worry, your inventory optimization would happen the moment the demand picks up. Then probably we'll go to, because suddenly from the manufacturer's point of view, you can't suddenly increase the vehicle production just for a couple of months. It is usually phased. There's a run up to it. Yeah. So that's what we've been told. We are working very closely with them to understand it further and take things forward.
What's the ideal number of days for inventory which makes you comfortable, the OEM comfortable?
Depending upon the product, the vertical, whether it's a commercial vehicle or two-wheeler, it is anywhere between 21 days to 30. Some industries, some companies are comfortable even operating at 2 weeks inventory. All this would again depend upon the kind of products they have, how many, what kind of market they're catering to. So yes, so ideally it would be anywhere between 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Anything beyond that is not the usual practice in our industry.
So in a month's time, when we hit the peak festive season, you're looking at those levels coming down, say in October?
We believe it would come down given the current pace of inventory build-up and also the pent-up demand and the higher demand during festive seasons, which is expected, yes.
Okay. Will this festive season be anything like what we saw last year? Last year was great. I mean, again, pent-up demand, record-setting numbers. A repeat is likely this year?
We believe so.
Okay.
We believe that the market in India is probably the strongest market in the world in terms of demand. In terms of products being introduced, new excitement is there, positivity is there from the customer who looks forward to new options. There are a lot of product refreshes also happening, and I'm sure all OEMs are making sure all this coincides with the season, with the Puja season and the Diwali holidays coming in.
Final question on the inventory part of the conversation. Is there some stock left over from 2023 as well at some companies or at some dealerships?
I'm sure there would be some spillover inventory from previous years.
Discounts coming in.
Yes, so there are some inventory would always be there in the market, but OEMs would have to work with dealers to sort that issue out. Some OEMs are quite positive about it in liquidating stocks which are from 2023, but I don't think it's a major reason to be flustered about.
Okay, not a major reason of concern. Let's talk about what buyers are buying now. We have seen if I may say so, the SUVification of the Indian car market. We want bigger cars. But have we forgotten small cars altogether?
You're right. When you talked about SUVification, it's not only for the large, medium, but it's also for the small. When you're looking at how the industry is reacting right now, it's the rage seems to be for SUVs. Hatchbacks too are in the contention of when the customer consideration. But when you look at it, even there are small SUVs coming. There are multiple reasons for an SUV being preferred. Of course, the road clearance given the condition of some of our roads. It's also because it gives a much better field of view. It is also because the feeling of safety is much higher. But apart from that, there's also a strong demand for hatchbacks. And hatchbacks also are showing strong requirements there. So yes, there is still a market for hatchbacks, a very strong market for hatchbacks. But the customer, at the end of the day, customer decides. And the customer wants an SUV-styled small car. He would be having a SUV-styled small car.
Okay. We were speaking with Maruti Suzuki, the biggest small car maker in the country, and they said that they expect demand for small cars to come by the end of FY26. Would you agree with that assessment?
I really don't have a comment on that because I don't have the numbers nor I have the visuals on it. But small cars...
But this is not the end of the road for small cars. I mean,
not
India
really.
has not abandoned small cars.
Not really.
Okay.
India is a very diverse country. We have urban areas, we have rural areas, and some of our urban areas really require a small car given the situation of traffic and space.
You talked about rural. How's the demand scenario panning out in that particular part of our economy?
The rural is showing strong growth.
Faster than urban?
The last few months, yes. So there's a very strong push coming from the manufacturers too to go to the rural customer. The rural customer also wants to try out new vehicles. The rural customer also wants to try out new vehicles. And I think it's a great place to be. The rural economy, Bharat as we call it, is showing very, very strong growth.
What are they buying? Small cars, SUVs?
It used to be a SUV market, not anymore.
Okay.
All kinds of cars are being sold there because you can also see that the rural roads are getting better in most parts of India.
Okay. Finally, we have also seen some dealerships, large-scale dealerships also going for IPOs. We have Landmark Cars, Popular Vehicles. Both of them have successful IPOs. We also saw something happening on the lines of for Sahani Automobiles, an SME IPO. Is that an aberration and out of the ordinary scenario, or do you expect more small dealerships to go the IPO route going forward, sir?
Small, large, a lot of dealerships have aspirations to go through IPO because they have access to funds. These funds they use to build up the infrastructure and grow. So as long as the business model is good, as long as it is strong, they're able to have good metrics in the previous years. I think it's natural that dealerships would want to leverage their brand and the opportunity available for them. I think IPOs are great for some dealerships and all the best for them.
Okay. No question of any cautious approach towards these IPOs, so to speak?
Not really. It's when you look at a lot of developed markets in the world, the US, Europe, a lot of companies are listed. They have all gone for IPOs and they're doing really well. When you look at the scale, the kind of business we do in India, IPO is a great place to be for dealerships to leverage whatever they have done.
All right. Thank you, Vignesh, for speaking with us, and congratulations again on the presidentship.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vignesh. That's all from us. This is Tushar for NDTV Profit.